This video is for black women. My girlfriend is a black woman. Most of my ex-girlfriends were. And my wife will most likely be black, most likely my girlfriend now. And my kids will be black. And I just want to say that I promise to protect her. I promise that I love her in the right ways and I don't lust her for the color of her skin. I promise that I will always love her and see her for who she is. See, when I fell in love with black women, it wasn't because of some weird pornography that I was watching or some sort of fetish, no. I was watching Baby Boy and I saw Taraji P. Henson. And what she embodied to me, which was so attractive and so relatable, was the beauty in the struggle. And that's what black women represent as a whole to me, is how to make the struggle beautiful. Even when the whole world is just coming down on you and throwing you away, you just continue to make things better and more beautiful. I promise to always listen to her when she says something is unjust and not just brush it away as her just overthinking. I promise to respect her when she's not around in all situations pertaining to her race, her well-being, and her character. I will protect her, even from the racial constructs that might be built up in my mind from growing up the way that I grew up. I will always be aware that dating a black woman is not like dating any other woman, especially here in America, that she must be protected at all costs. For a demographic who really has no allies, I promise that I am one, and I love you. And I will love her and learn to love her better. But honestly, I could never repay black women for how much they have changed my life and changed who I am for the better. But that's just what y'all do. Love you.
To my brothers out there, man, there's something real special about the black woman. Something special. It wasn't no man that came back to get us, motherfuckers. It was the woman that did it, motherfucker. It was the woman that came back to get us. The woman had more heart than our men. Yo, shout out to the black woman today. I love y'all.
Black men, we have a responsibility. Not just to ourselves and not just to the next generation, but to the very soul of our people. Black women. For centuries, this country has tried to erase her worth. America built itself by exploiting her labor, silencing her voice, and hypersexualizing her body, only to turn around and call her angry, loud, and unworthy of love. They used her, broke her, and then had the audacity to blame her for the cracks. But here's the truth that they will never tell you. Black women nursed this nation when white women couldn't. They organized the movements while others took credit. They held the family together when the system tried to rip it apart. They birthed not just our babies, but our culture, our rhythm, and our resistance. She is not just our partner. She is our origin, our protection, our power. And yet she's the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected person in this country. Just like Malcolm X warned us, and far too often we, black men, have been silent about it, or worse, contributed to it. Some of us mock her features while we praise them on other women. We judge her strength while we benefit from it. We expect her to fight for us, march for us, love us through the trauma. But when it's time to return the favor, we vanish. That has to stop now, y'all. Because when they come for her, they're coming for the foundation. When they attack her identity, they're attacking our legacy. And if we don't defend her now, we are risking the death of something much bigger, the future of black unity. We cannot afford to lose her, not to Eurocentric beauty standards, not to systemic misogyny, not to our own silence. So black men, this is our moment. Protect her, uplift her, speak life into her. Shut down the jokes, the disrespect, the false narratives, stand beside her in public and behind her when she leads. Because if we ever hope to be kings, we better start by honoring the queens who raised us, loved us, fought for us, even when the world didn't.
Confidence is the most attractive trait a person can have, and black women have embodied it. Black women have carried generations on their backs, from slavery to segregation, from civil rights to today's fight for inequality. They have been the mothers, they have been the healers, the teachers, the warriors, and still they are fighting for the rights of people. There is something so special and magnetic that black women have. They fight. At the end of the day, they will still smile. and they will still lead. And it has led to a lot of men admiring them, appreciating them, because they deserve so much appreciation and respect. And men from all races right now are appreciating the hard work, the resilience of a Black woman. So, guys, welcome back to Afrojudy's channel. Let's unpack this episode together. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly give the video a thumbs up and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Shout out to all Black women around the world, and a big shout out to all my members, subscribers, and to anyone watching this video. So let's unpack it together.
That being said, we talking about the Black woman being a natural genius and her intuition, right? Because some of you just feel like, oh, Black women just feel like they always right and they always know everything. Mother, they do. They do, nigga. They do. How many times you get caught doing stupid shit? How long have they been? You get memories from your genes, not just from intuition and soul. This is why Black women they're the most spiritually in tune, because they're the most genetically in tune. Your psychology and your chakras go hand in hand with your genetics, mother. Genetics is one of the most important subjects of you that you don't pay no attention to. And so with that being said, the most genetically advanced and evolved organism on the planet, which by default causes them to become the most psychologically and spiritually in tune entity on the planet, is not being allowed to play her role because you have egotistically become created into a being who feels like I'm a man and can't no woman tell me what to do. And now you believe that you the man in the house because that bitch ass Bible told you you's the man in the house. The Bible say women can't even talk in church. The Quran say women supposed to get the goddamn mosque when they on their period. They even when go look up the definition of the word curse. C-U-R-S-E, curse. It's gonna say menstruation in there. They even went as far as to make menstruation a curse. When in ancient times, menstruation was a blessing. You wasn't even allowed to go into, they would kill, when women were giving birth, women gave birth in an all dark room that was set up in a certain manner that I'm not going to go into right now. But if you even peeked, and they didn't give you was the dad. If you went in there while that woman was giving birth, while them other goddesses was help delivering that child, they was killing your, how divine women were considered back then. Now, you feel like you the man of the house. When back then, according to being a pharaoh or a per'ah, was the high house of the woman. And when you took the woman off her throne, we fucked whole civilization up. And so, why is this important? How many times do somebody got to tell you that a nation can only rise to this as high as the standard they hold their woman? When Egypt held its standards of the Black African woman high, we ran it. Soon as we took her off and put the white woman on there, they had it since. And we might not never had it back because they over there cracking shit, breaking shit down, and scratching faces off shit. So you can just kiss Egypt. That's just going to be a memory in a minute. As sad as it is to say. And so that being said, why have us Black men not learned from our mistakes? And this is important because we keep talking about frequency and shifting. It's levels to this shit. This is something that we're going to have to shift with his will and get with his will. We cannot keep rejecting our own ascension because we see our actual self as an individual external object that's not connected to us. So with that being said, when you look at a Black woman, let me give you the science again, right? Because maybe this will help you. When you are an XY chromosome, she's an XX chromosome. You came from her. You have female skin. So here's an example, right? This is like watching Pokemon. Pikachu evolves into Raichu. Raichu is a more evolved version of Pikachu. For those of you Pokemon, let's go to Dragon Ball Z. You got Goku in Super Saiyan 1. You got Goku in Super Saiyan 2. A female is either Raichu or Goku at Super Saiyan 2. You're a Pikachu or either Super Saiyan 1 Goku. So why is this important? A Black woman is you in a more genetically evolved state. So for you to look down on her, it's for you to look down on you. And so until we allow her to have her motherfuckness, you shall not have yours. Simple as that. Now, we're not saying that it's not some trifling ass women on the planet. Just like I'm not saying it's not some trifling ass. But for those of us who are spiritually and mentally competent and stable enough to act in this accord, we must do so. Because if we don't do it, it will never get done. Nobody else will elevate us but us. Motherfucker, as a Black woman in this world today, you gotta go outside, look at this long pelican nose ass entity, tell you that you're not beautiful because your nostrils is bigger. But they don't want to tell you that your nostrils is bigger because they cool down the air. Your nostrils cool down the oxygen as it goes into your lungs so that you don't overheat. And Caucasian people's noses are thinner because it warms up the air as it goes into their lungs because they come from the Caucasus Mountains and we come from Africa. So instead of just being mature about the biological composition of your body according to where you live or your regions of where you live geographically, they're just going to be racist and tell you that you got big nose and big lips and you ugly. So now, our women have gotten to the point where they think they not beautiful. They hate themselves. And then we sitting there co-signing this ideology of our woman, calling her all kind of bitch hoes in this music, calling her stupid. She's a freak hoe, she's this, bitches ain't shit, I could never love a bitch, da 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 da. So the white man throwing her on the bus, and then she got to come home back to our community, and we throwing her on the bus. And the only time we got something nice to say is when we want to say, hey, you got a fat ass. What's your name? Blah, 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 blah. So you don't understand what it's like to have your story not told. Because even when we say black history comes from female origins. Period. So even when we talk about numbers, the number 1 is what? One angle. When you draw one, what you do? You start at a point, you go 45 degrees to the right, and you go 90 degrees down. That's one angle, the number 1. 2 is kind of like drawing a letter Z. Whether you draw it straight like a Z or you draw it with a curve. 2 angles. 3 angles. 4 angles. 5 angles. So a black woman, in order to calculate her interactions with the manifestations around her, used angles to create a numerical system so that we can count. And then you get money out here all day, counting funny, that don't mean shit, thank the God that don't exist, but don't once thank your ancient black woman ancestor for giving you the ability to even count the fake ass dollars of fake like you fucking fake ass because you a fake ass.
From welfare queen to Dean's List, the lie versus the legacy, aka you forgot to adjust your stereotype. They called her lazy, dependent, and a drain on society. Today, she has more degrees than anyone else in the country. Let's talk about black women. The term welfare queen was born out of political manipulation in the 1970s and the 80s, especially under President Ronald Reagan. The image, a black woman with kids driving a Cadillac, scamming the system. The truth, one extreme and distorted fraud case blown up into a racialized moral panic used to gut welfare and blame poverty on choices. It worked. The stereotype stuck, and it's still echoed today in how black women are portrayed in the media, politics, and policy debates. But while that lie calcified, black women were out there doing something else entirely. According to the National Center for Education, Statistics, and multiple studies, black women enrolled in college at a higher rate than any other group by gender and race. They earn more associates, bachelor's, and master's degrees per capita than any other demographic group in the U.S. How sweet. They started businesses faster than anyone else in America. They've been the backbone of voting blocks, especially in the South, and often deciding elections. And they've done it all while facing racism, misogyny, and policy systems that weren't built for them, but somehow survived them. So while the stereotype stuck in the 20th century, black women upgraded themselves in the 21st. Not only no one notified them of the narrative. When a system labels you as a problem, but you outperform it anyway, that's not survival. That's excellence in spite of design. So sweet. Follow for more truth that deserves the mic, not the slander.
I think black American women are the most educated segment of society. I've spoke to too many that say when a job requires a master's degree, they know that's for a white person. They go get a doctorate. Or if it requires a PhD, they got an extra master's or another doctorate behind it.
And some postgraduate training on top of that. Black women are some of the smartest people around. They are overeducated. But at the same time, they can get a job that his friend can get. The same job. She will have a high school education, and they will have a master's degree. She will be interviewed and probably get the job and get more money than the person, or at least the same.
This message is for black women. So if you're not a black woman, just keep scrolling. Black woman, regardless of where you're from, America, Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, wherever you're from, this world is going to hand you violently sometimes heartbreak and disappointment. And what I want to say to you is that do not let that chip away from who you are. Don't let that take away from who you are. Don't let that dim your light and burden your spirit. If anything, let that inform you. Let it inform who you are, that despite that, you are still great. It doesn't matter what's said on here. It doesn't matter what's said out there in the world. You are great. You are the original woman. You are a goddess on this earth, walking. Everything comes from you. Those that don't look like you want to look like you. Those that aren't you want to be you, and you see it all the time on here and out there. Never let nobody make you feel insecure about existing. And even though it sucks to hear it and it's a cop-out all the time, but I'm going to say it anyway, God or the universe or whatever gives the tallest orders for people who they or he, she, or it knows can do the work. And you doing that work, you being as great as you are, you being a goddess and goddesses on earth, that means something. What that means is completely up to you, though. You're beautiful. You're loved. Have a good day.
There is something about authenticity, and a Black woman knows who she is and she cannot be apologetic about it. It is something so rare, and I know that is why some of the men are getting so attracted to the Black women, because they know how resilient they are, how hardworking they are, how overprotective they are. And Black women have carried generations on their backs, from slavery to segregation, civil rights to fighting for equality of all the people, still up to date. And at the end of the day, they are still not getting tired, because you will see them wearing that smile on their faces, because they know they are the mother of the world. They need to take care of each and every person. And that's why they deserve to be respected. They deserve to be appreciated. They deserve to be recognized where other people are getting recognized, not just to be seen as a threat, not just to be seen as lazy. And again, on the social media, let me just say that social media has become the lens of the world, because it has opened the eyes of so many people. Some people grew up knowing that Black women are a threat to the society, that Black women are lazy, that they cannot do anything, until they started seeing the real Black woman on the social media. They started seeing the real Black woman in real life, helping them, because they say that if you have a problem, if you have something disturbing you, run to the Black woman. She will definitely help you so fast, regardless of where you are from, regardless of your ethnicity. That Black woman will definitely help you. And that one aside, the beauty of a Black woman is driving people crazy outside here. Like, Black women are so beautiful and they are not apologetic about it. They know they are created that way. They know how to embrace that beauty, and it is making some of the people to be so obsessed with the Black women, to a point that some races have started filling their lips to have full lips like the Black women. They have started going for the BBLs to have the curvy bodies like the Black women. They have started braiding their hair regardless of the texture of their hair, even after being warned not to do so, so that they can be like Black women. And again, the other episode I uploaded to you, like, some of those women were using tan to get that melanin. They really want to be like Black women so bad. And again, when it comes to excellence, in the United States, the largest demographic of women who are educated, they are the Black women. And they are so smart. They are doing it as if there is no tomorrow. And that is what I love about the Black women so bad. When it comes to academic, when it comes to professionalism, they are always doing it wholeheartedly, because they know if they don't do it right now, there is no one coming to save them. They need to save themselves first. And it has made a lot of men to be respectful to Black women, to start recognizing Black women. And when they start recognizing Black women, that is where protection comes in. Like, for instance, the other man who said that she's having a girlfriend who is Black, that man is Bamkala Ginger. He said that, well, maybe his partner will be white, will be Black, children will be Black, because these people definitely knows the power of melanin, and they know how powerful Black women are always, and the glow that the Black women always have, it comes from surviving the healing and still choosing to love all people, and they always love themselves first. And that's why you will see Black women progressing in the world of today. The first thing that you should always do in this world is to accept yourself and love yourself first before doing it to someone else. Because you can't tell me that you will be loving someone when you don't love yourself. You will be respecting someone when you don't respect yourself. And that is what Black women have been doing. They always choose themselves first. They always love themselves first. They take care of themselves first before doing it to other person, so that when they go outside there and start showing love to people, they always show it wholeheartedly, and they do it so well. And that is where the respect comes in. And that's why so many men are getting attracted to the Black women. So many women are getting obsessed with the Black women. They really want to do everything that Black women are doing. When it comes to politics, you've seen the women shining in the fields of politics, like the likes of Jasmine Crockett. You've seen whatever they have been doing. When it comes to sports, you've seen the Black women shining in sports. Like, I honestly respect the Black American women, those who participate in athletics. Like, they swing. I don't know if they have springs in their body. When it comes to watching athletics, I always create good time. And I know when it comes to Jamaica and Black American women races, I always bet that it is either Jamaica or the Black American women who are going to win that race. That is always my bet. It's either the Black American women are going to be the best or the second best. Then Jamaicans become the best or the second best. That is the bet, nothing else. So when I see a Black woman doing something, when a Black woman prospering in a certain field, I always appreciate it, because the struggles that these women have been through, it is beyond everything. And each and every man actually need to appreciate the Black woman, each and every person in this world. Each and every person in this world need to start appreciating the Black woman, because you can't tell me that in case you have anything disturbing you, you'll be running to a Black woman, and at the end of the day, you start disrespecting her. That is not how it works. And to everyone appreciating and loving the Black woman, we really appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about it. Do you love Black woman, and why do you love Black woman? And to all the Black women across the globe, have your flowers, because you deserve some respect and appreciation. Until next time, guys, let's meet on my next episode. I love you all.